For a second, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be in here. Welcome back. Getting the ads out of the way now because they were going to run in 5 minutes anyway. Welcome in, everybody. Day 6 of no actual Olympus. Oh, for a second I thought I muted the microphone. My elbow brushed. I have my mute button's just like this little shadow trigger on the top of my microphone, and sometimes I accidentally hit it. Well, thank you for lurking, Gnocchi. And good luck. Should I go unlock Stable Master maybe while we have a minute?
A lovely day, isn't it?
Maybe I'll also go ahead and head to the back of Mickle Delving for the quest. I think this way is shorter somehow. Thank goodness that the downtime did not take longer, because I was starting to get kind of worried. The trees in Swanfleet. We cannot see the tree until I'm level 20. Absolutely not. Yeah, very worried for my sanity. If I died at this point, I would straight up quit. Oh, that's the opposite. I was just thinking that way goes to the Ondershire. Don't go that way. And then I went that way. Okay, I know the ads are just about to end and we could start like right this second, but I actually have to run to the bathroom, which I should have done before I started. But I got excited to start and have the server be back up. So I will be just one moment. Okay, it's go time. I'm gonna be as productive as possible, and I'm not gonna check Monopoly until after stream. That's the one thing that stops me from getting into gear. Okay.
Could I take a moment of your time?
This is outrageous. I will not be satisfied until I receive compensation for my treatment at the hands of those Blackwolds. I have been most ill-used, and it's more than any hobbit would stand. A Sackville Baggins should be able to travel throughout the Shire and even into Breland if he wishes it, without danger of being abducted. And when a Sackville Baggins is promised gold, he had better receive some gold when the whole thing is done with. It is only fair. I wrote this letter while you were off looking for John Brackenbrook. It doesn't include the business with the brigands burning Archet, or that ranger becoming so queer, but it's sure to be enough for old Flower Dumpling. Take my letter to Mayor Will Whitfoot in Mickledelving. He'll be just outside Town Hall, which will be to your left, surrounded by hedges when you enter town. Ooh, big oof. I hope you still get plenty of rest, Aubrey, even if it's a little wonky.
Can I take a moment of your time?
There's Tell Your One, what helps those in need. Well, if you want to help us Shire folk, you'll have to join the Bounders. Most hobbits are friendly enough, but suspicious of strangers. As a Bounder, they'll trust you, at least a bit anyway. If you want to join the Watch as a Bounder, you'll have to speak to the second sheriff. He's the only one who can sign you up. You'll find him in Mickledelving near Town Hall. Second Sheriff Buns is respected by most folk, so if he says you're a right sort, they'll listen. I'm going to... save the pie quests and the post quests for when I have the prized pie and the prized mailbag. I have to wait until level 20 to get the prized pie because I don't want to start the chicken play quests until I have Undying, just because I know that you can die as a chicken. I don't think that'll make you die as a freep, but I just don't want to take any chances. Forgot to read Mundo's letter. Here we go. To the Mayor, Will Whitfoot of Mickledelving. I'm writing to you from the town of Archet, Mayor, and I have some outrageous news to report. Before you arrived in office, many members of my family had been comfortable with traveling throughout the Shire, indeed even into Breland on occasion, and felt no fear of danger to their persons or effects. Now that you are in office, Mayor, the situation is much different. I've been put in the way of harm at the hands of unsavory big folk, and I am holding you personally accountable, Whitfoot. You will pay just compensation for the damage to my peace of mind and the loss of comfort this experience has caused me, and you will do so at once. I direct you to make this payment to my Aunt Lobelia at Bag End. She will hold it for me until I have settled my senses enough and feel ready to make the trip to Hobbiton. You had better do this, Whitfoot, or you can say goodbye to your position as mayor. Goodness gracious. Man, Monopoly Go is so addicting. It's such a fun game.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Have you already been to the Mickledelving Craft Fair? You should definitely go if you haven't already. There's a workbench, a forge, and even an oven just waiting to be used. If you think you have crafting in your heart, you should visit my friend Emerald Borings at the Craft Fair. She's always happy to help someone get started making useful and pretty things. Pass east through Little Delving and then follow the path south into Mickledelving. Take the southwest path from the statue of Marco and Blanco in the town center and pass the stables on your right. Take the next left turn to reach the craft fair. Emerald will be happy to help you out. Sorry, there's something in the back of my throat. Like a little frog. I'm gonna wait to do the post quest. I know I said this before, but what I have to wait for on the post quests is to get my reputation to acquaintance standing, and I am nowhere near there. If I get desperate, I have a bunch of marks. The water is so loud. But it's so pretty. I don't think there's any quests over here. No, there's just a lone hobbit hole and a field and a silo, I guess, would be what that is. Oh, I was gonna... I don't know what I'm doing. Teehee. I keep accidentally closing my references. There's a cow. That just goes back and around. And I want to grab the first Bingo Boffin quest. You know, I've never actually read any of the Bingo Boffin quests.
A pleasant day to you, friend.
If you have a moment or two to spare, do you think I might trouble you for a spell? My name is Bingo of the Delvingfield Boffins, and it is so rare for me to see new folk on the path that runs by my hole. It is a pleasure to meet you. I've been feeling a mite lonely these days, you see, and could use a festive occasion on the horizon to put a spring in my step, and to occupy my thoughts. Perhaps a dinner party would do the trick? Yes, that sounds capital. I will invite my neighbors, and you as well, of course. Could you run down to the Mickle Delving Market and assess some of the produce on display? Tell me what foods look particularly delicious, and that may give me the spark of inspiration for a course or three to serve at my party. The market is to the south of my hobbit hole. That's a wild question, Spawner. But actually, I actually am interested to know something. And I'm gonna run a poll. I say Ruh-roh. Yes, I do. But I don't know if I've ever dressed up as a Scooby-Doo character. I would say the one that would probably be easiest for me would be Velma.
Just a moment.
So you were sent my way, were you? Of course, we usually only accept hobbits, shire folk, you understand, but these are not usual times, I'm afraid, and we can use any any person of goodwill we can find. I just want to know which Scooby-Doo character is everybody's favorite. Help out as many Shire folk as you can, and you'll rise through the ranks. All who would protect the people of the Shire are welcome. We hobbits are a peaceful folk, and our cares may seem of small importance to others, the delivery of the mail, the tasting of fine foods, the lighting of fireworks. But do not be misled. Our peaceful ways are threatened, and danger can be found in the unlikeliest places. Aid the Shire folk with their daily concerns, but if you travel to more distant villages, such as Needlehole, Overhill, or Brockenborings, bring a weapon with you, Bounder. Life is dangerous on the borders of the Shire, and the further you get from Mickle Delving and Hobbiton, the more likely you are to see trouble. I'm gonna keep my bounder hat because I think that's fun. Okay, hang on, sorry. I'm adjusting some stuff.
Hello there.
What's this? Oh dear, a letter from Sackville Baggins is not something you want to see. He's holding me personally accountable for his troubles in Breland. I wasn't even there. I've never even been outside of the Shire. And now I'm supposed to pay just compensation to his family, but he took no harm and was an archit of his own accord. You don't happen to know why I wanted to be mayor, do you? Because I seem to have forgotten.
Stay and have some tea.
I've thought about Mundo's demand that I pay compensation for his ill treatment in Breland, and I'm not going to do it. We simply can't afford to pay money to satisfy a single hobbit for an experience that was his own fault to begin with. The Sackville Bagginses have never liked me either. I think it was one of them that started calling me flour dumpling after the roof of Town Hall gave way and buried me in chalk. You know. I don't mind when the sheriffs call me that, but from the Sackville Bagginses, it is just too much. The time has come to take a stand. I will not be bullied by the Sackville Bagginses any longer. They can't push me around, and I don't mind telling them that. Well, actually, I'm a little busy. Run along to Bag End, north of Hobbiton, and tell Obelia that for me, will you? Goodness gracious. Hobbits have drama.
Dear me, please don't leave yet.
Mayor Woodfoot set aside some money to refurbish Town Hall in Mickledelving, but it seems the carpenters haven't received it, and they won't work unless they are paid. One of the mayor's other assistants, Griffo Boffin, was supposed to make sure that the carpenters received the money. He hasn't shown up for work, though, and I'm worried that something has happened to him. He lives up in Needlehall, far to the north and beyond the Rushok Bog. Please visit Griffo and make sure he's all right, and then return here with the missing money. Griffo lives near the center of Needlehall. The best way to get there is to head east to Waymeet, then follow the road north and west through Rushok Bog until you reach Needlehall. I would do it myself, but I'm responsible for making sure the mayor's image remains untarnished. And, well, with Mayor Whitfoot, that's a job that takes more hours than there are in a day.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
You wouldn't mind helping me out with a game of hiders and seekers, would you? You see, my friends Daisy and Polo have convinced me to play, even though they always hide in the same places. It isn't nearly as much fun when your friends are so unimaginative, as I'm sure you realize. It would be fantastic if you could round them up for me. I'll give you a coin or two if you help me out, but I don't know how many more times I can pretend to be surprised that Daisy is hiding in the bushes next to Peony Grub's home, or that Polo is crouched behind the carved statue of Marco and Blanco. You'll find the statue carved on a large tree stump just south of here, and I'm sure that Polo Brockhouse is hiding right by it. Southeast of the statue, there's a small hill with several hobbit houses behind a wooden fence. Daisy thinks the bushes to the right of Peony Grub's house are a clever place to hide. Find my friends for me, and next time I'll try and tell them I don't feel like playing hiders and seekers. I believe that one is the post quest. Well, let me just make sure that that's the only...
Might
Yeah.
I speak with you a moment?
I just want to be sure it's the only one he has. I'm fairly certain there's a quest in here, but it's actually looking like maybe there's not. Yes, there is.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Haven't seen you here before. Sit down, take a mug of my Blegrov's Brown. Good stuff, ain't it? Best you ever had? No? Ah, well. You see, I've been entering the All-Farthing Brewing Moot every year like clockwork for nigh on 50 years now, and not one prize to my name. But this time, I think I got the smell of a best in show. See, I just heard that my old great-granddad, a took he was, who ran the Bird and Baby in his day, won the moot prize most every year he entered. They say his brown was the best ever, but it seems the recipe died with him, because the bird just hasn't been able to compete since those days. I'm thinking he might have written down his recipe somewhere. If it would be anywhere, it would be in the Great Smails over in Tuckborough, to the east of Mickle Delving. I wonder, would you mind maybe going over there and take a look? If you find that old recipe, I'll give you the first taste of the new brew. Tweet my hashtag. Thank you for the follow. Oh, Grace Angel. Thank you for the return raid. Let me give you a shout out because that was a very cozy stream. I raided earlier when Glandring came down. And now it's back up, so I'm back to it. But thank you for the return raid. I hope you did well with your crafting goals for the day. I think cozy activities are actual content. And honestly, as long as you are having a good time, that's what matters most. Nice. I don't remember if I finished reading that quest or not, but I accepted it. That is the post quest. Okay, well, I hope you have a nice rest of your afternoon. And thank you again for the raid. There's a hider over here. Do I get something for clicking on this? No. Because why would I?
Good day.
Haha, Rolo sent you to find me, did he? It always takes him so long to find us. Just between you and me, I don't think he's very good at hiders and seekers. I'll stay here and think about where I can hide for our next game. Boiled, mashed, or stewed for the taters. Selection of greens. I think it's interesting that we tell... I guess we don't know yet, but we tell Bingo about the apples and then we find out that he doesn't like apples. Sorry for the spoilers for anyone who hasn't done Bingo Boffin.
Hi there, you give me a moment?
You're just the sort I was hoping would come along. A bounder. My brother up in Brockenborings is a bounder, so ordinarily I would ask him for help with this, but Brockenborings is such a long way from here, and I really want to get this problem taken care of as soon as possible. Who won the poll? How do I see the results? It's gone forever. Oh, you all. Shaggy won with 3 votes, which was 50% of the votes. Who ruined it? Who ruined what? Oh, Bingo Boffin. Gee. Sometimes the polls are not visible to everyone. I think it's on mobile. The Twitch app leaves a bit to be desired. There's a terrible infestation of shrews to the east of here beyond the delving fields, and they're burrowing deep into the soil and ruining the greenery. If you can find some of their burrows and close them up, that should keep the filthy little beasts from straying near to the town. It's your duty to help me with this, bounder. Should I rerun the poll immediately?
I'm sure it's a bother, but I could use your help.
I've received a most distressing letter. My good friend Dora, she's a chicken farmer near Waymeet, has written to say that a pack of wolves has invaded the Shire and driven her from her farm. She's staying in Waymeet for the time being, but the sooner she can get her farm back, the better. Can you help? Just take the northeast road right to the center of Waymeet. You just tell Dora Brownlock that I've sent you to help with her wolf problem. Wolves in the Shire, what's going on in the world these days?
Good day.
Rolo sent you to look for me? Oh, he always gives up so easily. I'm not sure that you can do that in a game of hiders and seekers. I'm pretty sure it's against the rules. If you don't find the hiders yourself, you aren't much of a seeker, are you? Anyway, I'll wait here until Rolo finds everyone else. This is a great hiding spot, isn't it? She's not even in the bushes. How does she think that's a good hiding spot? Oh my goodness, welcome in, Nate. Hope you enjoy your lembus. Let me go this way. I'll do a little loop around. I'm only apprentice level. I have to get to expert level before we can have actual lembus.
Good day.
Alf sent you to me? Good, good. We need more good folk with an interest in making useful and pretty things. Speak with the Mistress of Apprentices and she can help you choose professions in which to specialize. Choose your professions with care because you will expend a great deal of time and energy improving your skills. Once the Mistress of Apprentices has welcomed you to your chosen professions, be sure to speak with a supplier who can sell you the tools of your trade. Every profession has its own tools, so be not over shy with your coin purse. The novices will be happy to sell you any recipes you might wish to have, though I can tell you now that you will already know how to make a thing or two. Equip the crafting tools you plan on using and find an appropriate facility. Mickle Delving has a forge, workbench, and oven available for your use, and begin practicing your skills. You will advance in your chosen professions as you practice and seek out the teachings of others in the field. I hope you will become a skilled crafter, and that it will bring profit to you in the Shire. I will give you a few coins to get you started. Use them wisely and consider them an investment in your future as a skilled crafter. I can't believe I read every single one of those. I probably shouldn't have. But it's done now. I can't breathe and talk. I gotta do one or the other. Breathing has to wait until after the talking, alas.
Hello there.
Thanks for your help. Hiders and Seekers is not much fun when your friends always hide in the same places. I don't think it's a game they're very good at. Wait a minute, you say that Daisy mentioned hiding until I found everyone else? That's strange. I thought Polo was the only other hobbit I was supposed to be looking for. They mentioned maybe getting Odo to play, but I didn't think they'd actually do it. Here are the coins I promised you, but it sounds like your work as a Seeker might not be done yet.
Stay and have some tea.
This is serious. I thought I was only playing Hiders and Seekers with Polo and Daisy, but it sounds like they talked to Odo Pipes and convinced him to play as well. You'd think they might have mentioned that to me. At any rate, Odo has a reputation for being the best hider in all of the Shire. At least as good as old Bilbo was in his day, or so it's said among folk in the Bird and the Baby. I don't know if it's true, but I do know that unlike Daisy and Polo, Odo Pipes is sure to have a capital hiding place, the very best. I'll have more coins for you if you can find him. He'll be hiding somewhere in Mickle Delving, so don't wander too far. You might want to talk to Polo and Daisy again. They might be able to tell you where he could be hiding. I will, only because I don't know what they say. But I do already know where his hiding place is. But I want to see what kind of hints a new player would get, or someone who hasn't done these quests before.
Hello there.
Odo Pipes is the best hider in the Shire. I don't mind telling you that he's even better at the game than I am. I don't know where he's hiding, but I do know that he worked for a while stacking barrels at the Bird and Baby, just to the north. Maybe he mentioned his favorite hiding places to someone in there. NPC Maid, thank you for the follow, and we hit our follower goal. $350, wow, wow, wow. Ah. There it goes. Just waiting for it to update. Gnocchi, thank you for contributing to the community goal. Or the community challenge. Dirt Cobain, thank you for the follow. Heck yeah.
Hello there.
You and Rolo haven't found Odo Pipes yet? It doesn't surprise me. He's always been the best hider in the Shire, you know. I don't know where his favorite hiding places are, though. He really likes to climb things. Trees, fences, buildings. If you're looking for Odo Pipes, you probably should be looking in the sky. Sonic, also thank you for contributing to the community challenge. I want to see if I can see... We're at 32%. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go into the Bird and Baby. Back here. You might know... Oh, well, maybe those are the only two hints. Because I see you can see him now. If you look to the sky at the Bird and Baby, he's up here. Are we back? What a great day we're having. Of all the things to throw my stream off, jumping that fence was not something I expected to be such a problem. Well, thank you for hanging out while you could, Sonic, and I hope baseball practice goes well. And Nate, thank you for contributing to the community goal. Can see what percentage that put that to. 34%. Heck yeah.
How do you do?
You found me. Very well done. Very well done indeed. Next time I'll need to choose a better hiding place, I suppose. I thought this one was perfect. You should return to Rolo and tell him that he knows how to choose good seekers. Ow. I didn't think about that twice. I maybe should be a little more careful.
A lovely day, isn't
You
it?
found Odo Pipes? Excellent. He was on top of the Bird and Baby Inn the whole time? He must have some Tookish blood in him. You'd never get me up there, I can tell you that. Here are the coins I promised you, and take my thanks as well. If they ever get me to play Hiders and Seekers again, I'll be sure to let you know. That way you can give me a stern talking to and ask me what I was thinking. Grab those because they are worth more. And I'm trying to save up. I think there's a couple more quests I can grab over here by... Oh, let me go talk to Bingo first. And then there's some quests by the Matham house that I can grab.
Did any of the food capture your fancy?
That is both a wonderful... Oh, Bingo listens to your report that everything looked delicious. Now we do the dialogue. That is both a wonderful thing and a pity, because it makes it very difficult to decide what to serve at my party. I need more than just an account of the ingredients, I suppose. I need a cookbook. There is a library in the Great Smeals at Tookborough. Would you mind terribly a quick trip to the library to check out a cookbook on my behalf? Perhaps leafing through such a book will give me a good idea of what to serve. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't really mean to open that, but I do. Sometimes I like to check in on how many Lotro points I have. Not because I'm gonna spend them, but because I like to know how many deeds I've done.
Might I speak with you a moment?
I'm trying to learn how to sew and knit and make clothing out of leather and cloth and fabric, but no one is willing to teach me. It's so very maddening. If you happen to obtain any minor tailoring lore, could you give it to me? If no one will teach me, how am I supposed to learn? I found a few old tablets in the South Fields that I'd be willing to give you if you help me out, and maybe I could find one or two other useful things as well. I do not have what I need to make her that right now, but I can get it.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Ah, yes, good day to you. I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I have just received word that Adelard Took has found a copy of the original writ penned by the old king. This writ granted the Fallowhide brothers Marco and Blanco the lands that became the Shire. It is a most exceptional find. True, I already have a copy of the document, but it is in very poor shape. If this copy is in better condition, it would be a marvelous addition to the Matham house. Would you go to Tookland and speak to Adelard about this find? I believe you can find him in the Great Smeals in Tookborough. Okay, I think I'm gonna go do this quest first, and then probably this one. I'm gonna stay away from Sanson's farm as best as possible until it's time to do Chicken Run. I know there's like the non-Chicken Run quest over there, just like 2 or 3, but with any luck I will be able to get to level 20 here in the Shire and not necessarily have to double back, but who knows. Well, let me grab this quest while I'm here.
Might I speak with you a moment?
You've got to help me. While my wife was out, I went and ate the pie crust she had baked. I couldn't help myself. I know that if I had waited, it would be filled with some delicious filling and be even better, but I've always been partial to the way my wife bakes the crust. Do you know any cooks? I need a replacement pie crust and fast. If my wife gets back and sees the crust missing, why, she might not make another. I'll give you some coins and half a dozen eggs if you can do this for me. Now quickly, go get me a pie crust. I might have some other things lying about that I can give you as well. Okay. Yeah, it was touch and go for a bit there with Glamdring, but they got it back up. I don't think I have any buckets of water. That's the only thing I need for this crafting quest. But let me do these first while I'm over here. Good evening, welcome in. There's a shrew burrow. They're kind of cute. I'm glad I don't have to fight them. Look at that little guy. Oh, do I have to do one more? Okay. There it is. Next spring, I'm gonna go ham on the spring festival. I'm gonna go ham on all the festivals. I love festivals, but I just got a little springed out this year. Okay, let me... Oh. Oh! I just need a bucket of water because I just need to grow one spring barley field.
Good day.
Oh. Do you ever just leave the field you just planted behind? Because me too.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Oh, I guess I don't. No, I do. I need ingredients, but I can do this first.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Such simple troubles in the Shire. I kind of like it like that. Do I have any? I don't have any bingo badges. Because I haven't finished the first one.
It's been a foul day, it has.
Thank you for your help, Bounder. That should discourage the shrews from burrowing near the town, for a while at least.
What do you need?
You've got the pie crust there? Excellent, superb, wonderful. Here, hand it over. Yes, this will do perfectly. My wife will never know the difference, and she'll go ahead with her plan to fill it with something delicious. Fruit filling, meat filling, who knows what she'll choose. I can't wait. Here's the reward I promised you, and my thanks for your trouble. This crust does look delicious. Maybe just a nibble. That won't hurt anything.
Might I have a word with you?
Uh-oh. I seem to have eaten the pie crust you brought me. Do you think you could bring me another one? I'm sorry to be a bother, but I just can't help myself. I have another half dozen eggs to give you if you'll help me. How can you refuse that?
Just a moment.
I'm not even going to look at this one. Take these coins, eggs, and other small items, and my deepest apologies for troubling you over this. Twice. I'm gonna keep the eggs, but I'm gonna sell the hides and the shield. Oh, my bags are looking mighty full. That should be most of the quests in Mickle Delving, I believe, at least for now. Do I get reputation from the quests I'm doing? Not yet, if any. But some of these will drop me some gift mathams, which will be good.
It's terrible, just terrible.
Peony sent you to help me? She's a sweet lady and a good friend. I'm glad to have your help. Yes, the wolves came slavering near to Waymeet recently and seemed to head straight for my farm. It was all I could do to escape to Waymeet without them noticing me. When the wolves chased me off my farm, I didn't have enough time to collect my babies, my poor darlings. What was that? My chickens, of course. If those wolves have gotten hold of them, I just don't know what I'll do. You can save them for me, I know you can. Follow the road north up the hill and out of Waymeet. Then take the first stone path to your right. You'll see a sign for my farm at the correct crossing. Quickly, you must save my little darlings. That's a post quest. When we pass through the Rushok Bog eventually, I'm going to have to do the Slug Slayer deed. I like the chickens are just chilling. The chickens and the wolves are homies now. I bet we can get a lot of the questing done today. I don't know how much of the deeding I'll get done today. Because I'm kind of so over level now that pretty much everything in the Shire is grayed out for me. Maybe some of the stuff up in the Brocken Borings.
Please leave me to my sorrow.
You saved my chickens. Thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done if the wolves had gotten my darling Rosie or my precious Georgie or my lovely Dottie. Someone needs to do something about these wolves, and I think that someone is you.
Might I trouble you for some help?
I don't know that I can go home until I know those wolves are gone for good. What if they come for my babies again? You were so brave to rescue my little darlings. I'm sure you could do something about the wolves. The awful beasts that attacked my farm came from the north. There must be a wolf den somewhere among the hills north of my farm. Oh, please do hurry. I really would like to get home soon. I know exactly where this wolf den is. I believe there's like a couple good places in the Shire for wolves. This one's a good spot, and I think some spots over here in Budgeford are even better and might be a little higher level, so maybe I'll actually get some XP over there. I'm not in too much of a rush today because I'm fairly certain. I know I just said I think I would get a lot of questing. I'm all discombobulated. Sorry. I didn't think I would start as late as I did today. Because I didn't think the downtime would be the entire window that they gave, and that there would be extra downtime for Glamdring specifically. I should start fighting wolves while I'm talking so I don't waste more time. Oh no, wolves at the wolf den. Okay, well, I know I'm gonna need to get some, so I might as well get some here too. Why not, you know? She wants me to clear out her house anyway. Okay, I'm gonna get this one and then I'm gonna move up into the den before they respawn. Because I don't want to sit here farming wolves at this location. Maybe I should get the counter up and try to keep track. So I'm already at 12. I think it's gonna take 7 attempts every time. I love that. Maybe we'll just have a short stream today, to be totally honest. Because if I keep having technical difficulties, it's gonna drive me absolutely bonkers. I'll go for at least 40 more minutes, if not longer than that. Okay, I'm gonna go back up onto the farm. Aubrey, thank you for contributing to the community challenge. We are now 36% of the way there. Hi, Barbudo, welcome in. Stream is going debatably well. I'm having some technical difficulties, but at least I'm getting stuff done. And thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. And I hope your day is going well. I bet that wolf leader is real scary when you're on level for this area. Barbudo, thank you for the bit. I decided to play Locho in a different way, not aiming on leveling. The aim is completing all the zones 100%. I think that's a very fun way to play. Because the way I used to play was like level as fast as possible, be so over level that the game is so easy that you just mow through everything. But I don't think that's as fun anymore. Once we get past these starting areas, I don't like... Okay, there we go. Once I get past the starting areas here on stream, things will get a little juicier and more interesting combat-wise. But I want to finish the content over here. I want to see the quests. I want to do the deeds.
Please, leave me to my sorrow.
Thank you for your efforts. We won't need to fear those wolves now that you've killed their leader. What? You didn't see their leader at the wolf den? He won't be an ordinary pack leader, that's for sure. The real leader of the wolves must be in hiding. Until we do something about the chief wolf, no one in the area will be safe.
Might I trouble you for some help?
There's been rumor of a scarred old wolf spotted away from the rest of the pack, in fact across the road from the wolf den north of my farm. I don't know what might have happened, but I think it's fair to say that this old wolf must be their leader, exiled for some reason. Now I think I've done something terribly foolish. My neighbor Jolly Smallborough is true gentle hobbit, and I suspect he's something of an admirer of mine. Unfortunately, I mentioned this wolf business to him and he swore to take care of it. If you don't mind, would you please find Jolly before the wolf does? I'll feel terrible if something happens to him. Let's go get him. There might even be more wolves up here, but I'm gonna try. I don't think I want to defeat 60 wolves right now. Although it wasn't that hard and it didn't take that long to defeat the 30... I'm getting tongue-tied because I'm flustered by the technical difficulties today. Oh, thank you for lurking, Maxim. I feel like we keep missing each other when we're both available. But thank you for lurking. I'm gonna keep an eye out for another stream. I'm doing pretty good. I've had a little bit of trouble with the server and with my stream today, but it's nice to be in the Shire when technical difficulties are happening because it's very relaxed vibes.
Hello?
Dora was worried about me? Truly? Perhaps she does have feelings for me. Well, to tell you the truth, I was a little worried myself about what would happen once the wolf showed its muzzle around here. I felt sure my bucket of boar meat would lure the beast out of hiding, too. Ah, well. Maybe I didn't get smelly enough boar meat. I'll clean this up and we can go talk to Dora together. Except the wolf is gonna show up. Methinks. Oh, thank you, Maxim. I appreciate it. Thank you, friend. Dora is sure to court me now this beast is dealt with. So should I go back to her or... Oh, he's gone. Okay. I wonder... I think since I'm closer to Needlehole than I am to Waymeet... debatably. I don't know if that wolf counted for the advance. It did. But it was just the one. I'm gonna go turn this quest in. And then I'll maybe head up to Needlehole. Or maybe I'll save Needlehole for once I start doing the postman quests. I need to get my reputation up to acquaintance so that I can get the prized mailbag. Before I start doing those quests, because I cannot be bothered with nosy hobbits. Look at him there, just waiting to take the mail.
It's terrible, just terrible.
You rescued Jolly, and thank goodness. I knew there wouldn't be an old wolf that could do you in, though I'm sure the same can't be said for poor, well-meaning Mr. Smallborough. I have not yet decided whether to take him up on his dinner invitation. Yes, he ran straight here to ask before you even returned. Okay, I am not going to go up to Needlehole right now. Because on my way up to Needlehole, I'm going to have to do the slugs, and I don't want to do that right now. Because I think it's going to be painful. If we have any issues with stream one more time today, I will probably cut off in about a half an hour and work out some of my OBS settings for tomorrow. Because I am not having it. I don't like when something changes unexpectedly and I have to fix it on my end when I didn't change it on my end.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Oh good, there's something very important I would ask you to do for me. When my grandson Wilcom was younger, I made him his lunch every day, but ever since he's moved to Scary, I don't get the chance to do it. You see, he oversees the quarry there, and I'm very proud of him, but I so do miss making him his lunch. In fact, I miss it so much that I made him a very special lunch. Unfortunately, though, my old bones won't take me all the way there, but a young one like you could easily take it to him. Would you mind taking his lunch to him? Bring it to Wilcom Tunnelly and Scary, but please do hurry. I don't want it to spoil before he gets it. Okay, it doesn't have an actual timer. That freaked me out for a second because I don't want to go there yet.
I want a word with you.
Oh, hello there. I'm sorry I'm not more friendly today, but I'm a bit concerned about my cousin Garibert. You see, a while ago I wrote in my calendar that Garibert and I were to share supper. Today was the day, but Garibert hasn't shown up. My cousin isn't one to miss a meal, so I'm more than a little troubled. Would you mind going over to his house and see what is taking him so long? I would go, but I've got a pot on the stove right now. His house is west of Tuckborough. Just follow the road west of the town proper and you'll see it. Ooh. Fine as usual. Monday. Today Peregrine dared me to hide in one of Longborough's wagons, the ones that head east out of the Shire. He doesn't think I'll do it, but I'll show him. Rutrow. I feel like it's been a minute since he's been here. So who knows when that Monday was, you know?
I take a moment of your time?
I need your help. I made a terrible mistake and listened to Isambard and Imbert, my fool cousins. You see, old Adelard is always lecturing us young tooks on the history of the family, and well, it does get tiring. My cousins decided to play a trick on him and convinced me to sneak away with the latest chapter Adelard wrote for the yearbook of Tuckborough. Now I'm worried about the trouble I'm going to get into. Isambard, though, went out to get the chapter from where he hid it, but hasn't returned yet. I think he said he hid it in a tall tree east of the Great Smeals in Tuckborough. Could you go there at Great Smeals? I gotta say words. Could you go there and see what is taking him so long?
I'm sorry. My thoughts were elsewhere.
Oh dear, you are here for the founding writ? Please don't let Paladin know, but I don't have it. A local farmer, Belko Brockhouse, has it, and he won't give it up. His home is north of here, up the hill and to the right of the path. He says he won't give up the writ until he gets a hand with his crops. Honestly, at my age, I can't help with farm labor. I'm sorry to say that if you want the writ, you'll have to speak to him and perhaps lend a hand. The cheek of some hobbits.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Oh, thank goodness. I'm in the sorriest of straits, but I must make you swear to tell no one else of my troubles. If others were to hear of it, there would surely be panic in Tuckborough. My library is haunted. As difficult as it may be to believe, I think it is the ghost of the old Took. I think the troubles darkening the Shire of late have disturbed him, like those bears over to the east of here. They were never so aggressive in his day. Wait, perhaps that is it. The old Took was known for slaying a great bear in his time. If you could bring me the pelts of a few bears, maybe that will ease his spirit. It will show the Shire is still safe.
Yes? Can I help you find something in particular?
You tell Donamira that you're looking for a cookbook suitable for preparing fine meals for dinner parties, and her face lights up. Very good, very good. There is no day that cannot be brightened with a tasty meal shared by friends. Any of the fine cookbooks on the shelf behind me will suffice, I warrant. I feel like I always take that one or that one, so I'm going to take this one this time. Oh, I don't actually get to see the recipe. Shame. Where does this path go? Just around back here? I think in my brain, I think of Tuckborough as so much bigger because of the skirmish. But it's arranged differently during the skirmish. I mean, not structurally, just there's like a path that's created by fences and such.
Cannot a
Barricades.
body be left alone?
Garibert's house was empty? Here, let me take a look at that journal of his. I'm sure he'll be all manner of embarrassed to know I've read his journal, but I think it's important we know where he's gotten off to.
Don't you walk off. I
Oh
need to
dear.
speak
Well,
with
it
you.
seems Garibert may have gotten himself into a bit of a pickle. The last entry in his journal says that our fool cousin Pippin dared him to hide on one of Longo Burrow's wagons going east. The strange thing is that this was written some time ago. Pippin has been away in Hobbiton, and Longo's farm isn't that far away. Perhaps you should speak with Longo to see if he's seen Garibert. Longo's farm is on the Stock Road east out of Tuckborough. The more I think about this, the more concerned I get for poor Garibert. That is also another post quest.
It's been a foul day, it has.
Aye, I've got that piece of parchment Adelard's wanting. I found it among my mum's things, and I don't mind it going off to the Matham house. I'd rather it go there than into that Adelard's collection. But there's a few problems I need help with. See, my fences need mending, my pig has run off, and I need some feed from Hobbiton. If you help me with those tasks, I'll give you the writ. Fair to you?
Could I take a moment of your time?
So my pig, old Sally, when she ain't running loose all over the countryside, eats and eats like you wouldn't believe. Goes through a sack of feed in no time. Never seen a pig with an appetite like hers. I need you to go to the Grange up in Hobbiton and fetch me a sack of feed. Don't worry about talking to Ted Sandy man there to pay for them. I told him someone was going to come by and get them later today. Now, if you want that writ, you'd best be hurrying along. Head north across the Bywater Bridge in Hobbiton, and you'll see the Grange right there to your left.
Could I take a moment of your time?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's the 10th one coming in? Where's the 10th one? There's 10 over there. I'm only counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, bingo boffin. Okay, let me put this one away for now, and perhaps the needle hole one as well. Oh, no. Which one is it? Griffo Boffin, yes. Yeah. My pig, old Sally, has run off again. Sometimes I think that pig is more trouble than she's worth. Always running off, eating like a horse, and scared of her own shadow. If I weren't so fond of her, I would have made sausage out of her years ago. Jesus. Usually when she runs off, it's down to the woods southeast of here by the big willow. If you find her, approach her carefully and bring her back to the barn here. Be careful, though. She spooks easily, so if she sees anything while you're bringing her back, she might run off, and this time for good.
Might I have a word with you?
You see them conies running all over my garden there? Since all them holes appeared in my stone fences, I can't keep the devils out. I've been wanting to gather up some new field stones to patch them up, but I haven't found the time yet to do it. There's a great big willow down the hill and to the southeast, directly south of Longoburrow's farm. You can find many stones of different sizes down there. Bring me a variety of them if you would. Never know what I'll need to patch the fences. Hurry along now, or I'll be giving the writ to the conies. Jeez, give me a chance. Was thinking about doubling back somewhere else, but maybe I should just get these done while I'm down here.
Dear me, what do you want?
What? You come a-calling about some fool took? Well, I might have seen him, but I ain't going to tell you what I've seen for nothing. No, you're going to have to do me a favor first.
Goodness, could you help me with something?
Before I tell you where that fool took you're looking for is, I want you to do something for me. See, my pipeweed is known throughout the Shire and a bit beyond, and that means I've got lots of folk coming to ask me for leaf. Well, my current crop isn't quite ready for harvesting yet, but I'm a smart hobbit, you see. Back when the bears were sleeping in the winter, I hid a barrel of leaf out in one of their dens for just such a rainy day. Go to the bear den south of here and find that barrel of leaf. When you bring it back, I'll tell you what I know of that took.
Good day.
Hang on. There we go. What? Pravinka sent a bounder out here? She's such a warrior. There's nothing to fear. Old Imbert and me will have that chapter of Adelard's in 2 shakes. See, we hid the chapter in a satchel in the tree, but the branch we climbed up on broke off. We've been here scratching our heads onto how to get it down, but you just gave me a grand idea. See, Imbert, I'll just knock the satchel out of the tree with a stone. I don't know, Isambard. What if you miss? Oh, don't worry, I won't miss. Here, watch. Seems I hit a hive. Not the bees. Oh, I thought I got all of them. All right, now I can't miss. Oops. Looks like you got the hive. Fortunately, the bees are gone. Oh no, look. Bears. Thank goodness. Don't worry. See? Here's a satchel. Let me get Adelard's chapter. I had it under control all this time. Here, friend, take this back to Pravinka. Come, Amber, now that we are done here, let's see if we can find old Peregrine. I've not seen him for some days. I wonder where he's gotten off to. Are there any more? There's a large field stone. I like little quests like this where you just go pick stuff up. I need one more small field stone. There we go. Is this a new quest? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna remember that one. Let me go get Sally first. What's the purple one? Collect bear pelts? Okay. There's Sally. Ooh, the bears will give me XP though. And I can get the pipe. Let me get the pipeweed first. And then, because Sally's an escort. Isn't it funny that exactly after I said that I would stop if we had more issues, we've had no issues? I'll fight you. I don't have to let you live. You could have just minded your own business. But you chose not to. Now I know this one was minding its own business, but XP's a little hard to come by for me right now. And I would like to get to level 20. And I know that technically I would get to level 20 faster if I was questing in an area that was more appropriate for level 20, but I do want to get these done. I'm currently level 19. And I've already done, I've finished this side of Breland. And I've done all of Arid Lewin. And I've pretty much done everything in Mickle Delving except for this one quest and then continuing with Bingo Boffin. So I'm feeling good about the progress. The pig cautiously snorts your hand, but seems satisfied that you mean her no harm. She looks like she is ready to return to Belko's barn. No, she doesn't, because she's not moving. There she goes. I'm kind of looking forward to doing Before the Shadow with, like, lower stakes and just... Hello? Oh, shrews. And just getting to enjoy the scenery when I get there and actually invest in the story. With any luck, I will be level 20 by the time I get over there. But who knows? Ooh. Look at Sally pitter-pattering along. Hi, Brewster. Welcome in. I meant to write a message when I, repaid the bear droppings, but there was stuff going on, so I ended up just sending the repayment with no context. But I hope you enjoy your Lembus, and thank you for contributing to the community challenge. Let's see what percentage we're at, and hopefully Sally won't die while I'm doing that. 38%. Nice. I think she's pretty much in the clear now. She's just taking her sweet time. She's very talkative. Okay, let's talk to Belko. Clear some quest room in my tracker.
How rude!
Ah, good, the old girl is back. She's a nuisance at times, that one, but in the end I suppose I'm too fond of her to do much else with her. Thanks for doing that, but I suppose I owe the real thanks to that writ I found, don't I?
Well, the gall of some folk.
These stones will do nicely for my fences. Never thought I'd find the time to gather them up, but it seems things are changing a bit for me since finding that old writ. God, he's gonna want to keep it after all this, isn't he? Let's check my reputation. Not bad for day one. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, I did want to check. I want to check one thing. I'm thinking thoughts, but I don't know what my thoughts are. I'm gonna have to think them more. Let me, since it's 5 for me, and that's normally when I would say when I'm done if I got to 5 p.m., but I only started an hour and a half ago. So I'm just gonna take a quick pause and get back to it in just a moment. All right. Had a nice little break. And now it's time to get back to Shire questing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 2 slots in my tracker. Oh, I can get a third one if I go up over here. Probably, maybe. Potentially. Perhaps. I could put this Welcome Tunnel one away too, because I'm not going up there. At least I don't think yet. I bet I am. I bet I am.
Just a moment.
Good, you found it. Now to sneak this back into the library before Adelard notices it's gone missing. My thanks. You've saved me from a host of troubles. Ooh, I'm gonna get the pies, and I'm gonna try to remember to eat them. I only have 3, so it should be fine. They last for 10 minutes. It should be fine. In fact, let me get some of these back out. And unlock.
Oh, woe is me.
Oh good, you found the pelts. Now I'll just have to put them in the library, and the old Took's ghost will be calmed. I'm sure of it. He'll go back to his rest, and I'll get my library back. Thank you. Ooh. Man. Dog, who's mowing their lawn at 5 p.m.? The only thing I'll say about that retro is that I think there's probably gonna be a lot of people getting the idea to start fresh on Sting. And there's probably gonna be some people who haven't transferred to Peregrine or Glamdring yet that are gonna transfer over there instead. But perhaps what you could always do is make a new character on Sting when it launches and see how the first day or 2 of playing goes. And if you're having a better time there, then just keep going with that. But if it has the same lag problems, who knows what'll happen. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that anybody who already did their transfers to Glamdring or Mariadoc are probably going to be like, I'm not sitting through that process again. But I think there might be some people who have been watching the transfer process and going, I'm like waiting for it to get better. And then they'll finally go, okay, well, there's one that's brand new. There's another quest in here? Oh.
I'm sure it's a bother, but I could use your help.
Yeah. Today, when the servers first came back on, I got it. I was in Kellandine just fine. Everything was chill in Kellandine. And then I took a stable ride to Mickle-Delving, and the game said absolutely not. And then the game said absolutely not a second time. And then the third time they had taken the servers down. So it's been a little wild today. Well, thank goodness I haven't tried to go to any big cities today. That's crazy. The idea of transferring back to the 32-bit servers because there's nobody on there, so it's less laggy, is wild. But I believe that. I was wondering if there were people who were still, in fact, like hardcore playing on the 32-bit. I knew there were people that were going, I'm gonna wait to transfer until everything chills out and it gets normal again. But goodness gracious. Okay. Oh dear. The ghost is still troubling my library. What did I just click on? Something in a different tab. Please don't be anything important. Okay, good. Everything's fine. Everything's chill. Gonna be normal about everything. Oh dear. The ghost is still troubling my library. In fact, the moment I took a step in, it raised such a racket that it gave me a terrible fright. I'm so off-fluttered that I don't think I will be able to eat supper. Wait, food. Like most hobbits, the old Took had an appreciation for his victuals, sorry. Like most hobbits, the old Took had an affection for his victuals, especially spiced boar ribs. I admit, I have a fondness for them myself. Perhaps if we prepare a plate of ribs for him, we can appease his ghost. Go speak to my niece, Edelina Proudfoot. Her hole is just east of the Great Smeals, and... Great Smeals? I don't know how to say that, actually. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody to say that out loud. And she's a marvelous cook. Don't tell her why we need the ribs. I don't want to start a panic. I think tentatively for today, what I might do is use up the remaining of my VIP bonus, and that'll be our goal since we got started a little later and we had some technical difficulties, but I think those are behind us. I don't like what direction my bitrate's going. Okay.
We're the goal of some folk.
Oh, how is dear old Uncle Adelard? I don't see him nearly enough anymore. So he wants some spiced boar ribs, does he? Well, I have the spices, but I lack the ribs. They are rather important to the dish, are they not? Ah. But don't you worry, there are plenty of boars roaming the hills east of Tuckborough. If you bring me some ribs, I will make the dish Uncle Adelard is after. Let me do. Got a quest to turn in here as well.
Goodness!
Am I where I think I am? Yeah. Alright, you found the leaf. Give it here. Now I'll keep my end of the bargain now. This Took you're looking for, Garibert was his name, eh? And he hid in one of my leaf wagons? Well, I haven't seen him, eh? I didn't say I'd actually seen this Took of yours. I just said I'd tell you what I know, and that's all I know. Now off with you. Jeez. Hobbits. Hobbitses. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell into the mic. I'm just tired.
Oh, dear me, please don't leave yet.
Hello there. I wonder if you can help me out for a few minutes. I've had problems with bears from the hills nearby raiding my beehives for honey. I need someone who isn't afraid of bears to fend them off and protect the hives. My hives are right over there. The bears have killed the bees in all the hives except the middle one. I have it closed right now to protect the bees, but they'll be in trouble soon if the hives aren't opened. If you'll help me, I'll open the hive and I'm sure the bears will soon return. Oh. Oh, there's some more. I forgot that I turned it down for the intense Arid Lewin music. Is that all? Ha!
Mercy
That was
me.
a sight to see. You did a good job with those bears, and you deserve a reward for your work.
Goodness, could you help me with something?
Sorry to say, but I've got more bee problems. You saved the one hive, but the queens and the others were killed by the bears, and I need new ones. But it isn't that simple. First of all, the wild hives are off in the woods to the south. That's right, where all them bears live in the first place. Second thing, and we'll deal with it first, those wild bees don't take kindly to being moved, so you need to protect yourself from their stings. Now Gemmer Boffin up in Overhill, she's got some kind of bomb that will protect you from stings. So you just go and get some of that salve from her. Overhill is almost due north of here, the other side of Hobbiton, so it's a ways off. Hurry back. I need those queens. I have trail food and cooked food, so I can eat both. So it's looking like I should come over here and get boars. How many do I need? 3? That should be no big deal. I can see them.
Well, the gall of some folk.
Good, you brought the ribs. Let me prepare them for you. Here you go. Tell Uncle Adelard to enjoy them, but if he eats too many, I'll have to add a notch or two to his belt.
It's terrible. Just terrible.
Ah, good, you have the ribs, and they do smell delicious. Edelina is quite the cook, isn't she? Well, I will place these in the library, and hopefully they will appease the old cook's ghost. Then I'll have some peace again. He's gonna come back and have another quest, I fear.
Could I take a moment of your time?
The ghost is still in my library. When will it leave me alone? You know, all this started when I was doing a bit of tidying up in there, sending a few things off to the Matham house and such. I stumbled across an old rocket from the old Took's last Midsummer's Eve party. Let me unshrimp before I continue. Thank you, Gnocchi. I have to pop my ankle, but suddenly I'm not sure I should. I charged my Fitbit for the first time in a year and I was wearing it earlier, but I kept getting frustrated because it was either too loose or too tight. So it's just sitting on my desk, and I just thought I would share that. Gandalf the Grey and he were great friends, you know, and Gandalf would bring the most splendid fireworks. Perhaps I upset the old Took's ghost when I sent that rocket off to the Matham house. It could be that he wants to see it fired off. If we could get the rocket back and fire it, that might appease his ghost. Could you speak with Keeper Bromberg Foxtail in Mickle-Delving and get it? The Matham house is up on a hill northwest of the center of Mickle-Delving. Once you have the crackers, could you fire them off at the Methel stage in Bywater? Sure. Stop flashing at me. I'm so easily distracted. Anyone who's been here for a while has probably noticed. Anyone who's been here for 5 minutes has probably noticed.
Cannot a body be left alone?
Oh, how terrible. That Longo is a rude sort. I'm so sorry that he tricked you like that. The next time I see him, I shall have words with him. Now back to the matter of Garibert. I think I may have just had a thought on who else we might be able to ask if you are still willing to go out and look for him. Fried mushrooms.
I want a word with you.
You see, I just had a thought about who else we could ask. My cousin Alda is married to Rollo Boffin in Woodhall. Some didn't consider it a wise marriage, myself included, but they seem happy enough. That, though, is neither here nor there. The importance of Woodhall is that much of the pipeweed from Tookland passes through there for other points in the Shire. Rollo happens to oversee much of that pipeweed. Perhaps since Garibert hid on a leaf wagon traveling west, Rollo may know something of him. I must say, the less you discover, the more anxious about him I become. Rollo lives in Woodhall, east of Tookborough, on the Stock Road. Okay. I think I'm gonna go to the stable master here in Hobbiton before I do any of that. And I'm gonna head back to Mickle-Delving and turn some of those in, because I'd like to kind of like work my way west to east a little bit, with the exception of Needlehole for right now, since it's way up there. Did I get a gift, Matham? No. That's trail food and that's trail food. Okay. No pies just yet.
A lovely day, isn't it?
I'm gonna go to that's Wenda. I'm gonna go to, I think, the inn first and then up to Bingo. Oh, I should have gone to the Matham house, but it's fine. Oh, the bingo quest will take me up there.
Oh, good day.
Ah, yes, here it is. What's this? A bit of honey? Special malt? Yes, that's the ticket. This will be our secret. In the meantime, here, have some of the old stuff on the house. It might not win any prizes, but it still goes down easy, don't it? Drunk Hobbiton, you are quite merry. Or not Hobbiton, I'm in Mickle-Delving. Drunkshire stream.
This looks like just the thing. Wait, what's this?
Why, it's a map. Someone left a map in this cookbook. Barrow Downs, Weather Hills, Stone Trolls. Stone Trolls Glade. Look at those little pictures, my friend. Do you think these are real places? Bah! I cannot let my mind wander these places. I have a party to plan. Bring this map to the Matham house. I do not need it, and I do not want it. I don't know where I'm going. Places. Or nowhere.
How do you do?
You have an unloved and unwanted object with no place else to go, but cannot bear to throw it away? Hand it over, and I will make sure it joins other Mathams of its type in my keeping. Perhaps I spoke too hastily. It appears that there is a claimant for this Matham after all, and he has run here at great speed to recover it. I'm gonna talk to Bingo first, and then I'll talk to him again.
I changed my mind.
I do not want that map together just inside the Matham house. I want to learn more about the places it depicts. I want to wander the Weather Hills, walking stick in hand. I want to cross the last bridge and see what lies beyond. I want to see Rivendell. Are there really elves there? There's an elf in Mickle Delving. What is Bingo talking about? He's seen an elf before. I will keep the map, and I will use it to design my adventure. Let us return to my hobbit hole and make some plans, my inspiring friend. Yeah, all pumpkins who wander are always lost. I generally don't know what's going on, except now I do, because I read, even though reading's for nerds. So Adelard is looking for the rocket he sent here? Well, yes, I have it. In fact, I haven't had the chance to do anything with it yet. Actually, do anything with it yet, actually. A moment, please. Ah, here you are. Be careful. Although it is quite old, I would wager that since it was made by Gandalf the Grey, it is still potent. I want to talk to this guy.
Is there something I can do for you?
No, I don't. Have I gotten... No. This is the same amount of drunk that I was. All of a sudden the colors were different. Oh, because it's dusk. I don't know why I would change that suddenly, but go off.
An adventure will be just the thing, but I will need your help.
It will take me some time to recover from that exercise. I've never run so quickly in all my days, and yet I am more excited than ever before. An adventure. It will be just the thing, but it will take some preparations to be sure. I will need your help to get ready for this journey.
I need to train for the adventure if I am to have success.
I can hardly wait to begin my journey, but I know there is much to be done before I depart. I need to train for the adventure if I am to have success on the road. I will need knowledge and supplies and physical strength and there is one more thing I will need, but let us not speak of that now. There is enough to do to get ready without beginning with that most perilous of tasks. But first, knowledge. You know, old Gaffer Gamgee up Hobbiton Way was the gardener for Bilbo Baggins for many years, and it could be that he was privy to old Bilbo's secrets. He might have given the Gaffer some adventuring advice. Make your way to Bagshot Row in Hobbiton and see if the Gaffer has any sound advice for a hobbit starting out on a journey. Me eat my last pie, actually. So sad. I will not be selling my food in the Shire. It is not very hobbit-like to not consume food you are given. Let's talk to Bert. Oh my god, I actually have somewhere to put all the stuff I get now.
I have collected many fine items during my travels.
I'm so excited. But I'm gonna hold on to the hat rack for the long haul. Ooh, I only have one spot in my inventory. I should do something about that, huh? Let's see what I can do about it. I could sell these. I'm not selling my food. Not very Hobbit-like. I guess let's head back to Hobbiton. I need 1500 XP. Speaking of absurd numbers, there's almost 1,000 people online. Wild. Okay, before I start getting quests here in Hobbiton, I'm gonna go up to the methyl stage. And I might even go do that quest in Woodhall. Or not, I'm already here in Hobbiton. I'm so indecisive. I bet I'll knock more quests out working on the ones here in Hobbiton than I will going to do that one in Woodhall. You know, I've never thought to actually try to look at the fireworks when I set them off. I always just keep it moving. I usually don't light many fireworks, to be totally honest. I just throw them in my vault and forget that I have them.
Please leave me to my sorrow.
Oh, I can tell by the smell of your clothes that you fired off the rocket. Wonderful. Surely this will appease the old Took's ghost. I'm going to go check in the library right now and make sure. I have a good feeling about this, though. I'm sure this has appeased his ghost.
I hope it's not a bother, but may I speak with you?
I am simply at my wit's end. Nothing we have done has appeased the old Took's ghost. I can think of nothing else to do. I will never have my library back. What to do, what to do. Wait, no, it's too terrible to ask, but I must have my library back. You've done so much for me already, but could I ask you to muster up your courage and face the old Took's ghost yourself? With great caution, enter my library, and perhaps, since you have done so much to try and appease him, the old Took will grant you an audience. His presence seems to be strongest in the far corner of the room by my small bookshelf. Do please be careful. Donamira seems unbothered by this turn of events. As you near the shelf, it starts to shake and quiver. Something is hiding behind the bookshelf. Oh, it's a squirrel. How do I have to select the squirrel? Maybe? You've driven the squirrel from Adelard's library. He.
It's terrible. Just terrible.
A squirrel? It was nothing more than a foul gray squirrel. It was a really cute squirrel. Oh my, this is embarrassing. What will others think if they hear about this? Oh, I know what they'll say. They'll say I'm as mad as old Bilbo. Dear, oh dear, would it be too much to ask of you not to report this incident? I will be most pleased to put this business behind me, and to think of all the trouble I put you through. I am so sorry to have been such a bother. All right, let's keep it moving. I think I am gonna maybe like work my way around this way, kind of. Potentially. I think that's kind of the direction you go with the epic quests a little bit, so I think that seems only befitting. Cooked food, which means I can have a little bit of trail food. We're closing in on using the rest of that XP boost, and I think that's pretty good progress for just a few later in the day hours at like almost 10 levels over level.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Welcome to Hobbiton. It's always nice to see new folk, and I think it's important to strengthen the bonds of friendship. I think you should call on Bounder Chubb and Needlehole and see if he has any work that needs doing. Needlehole has become such a busy place that it may require its own sheriff soon. Needlehole is due north of Mickle Delving, some distance past Little Delving, northwest of here. Don't be surprised if you find some dwarves there. Needlehole is on the road to Ered Luin, and we've had more dwarf traders coming through that way of late. You'll probably find Bounder Chubb on duty near the entrance to town. Let me actually, I only just occurred to me to check this, but I want to make sure I've done Complete Explorers, Hero, Slayer, and I think those are the only ones. Because I just want to make sure. I know that I will. Well, I guess maybe I don't need to have finished all of them. Because I am going to go back there to do Sarnur at some point. So if there's anything I needed to finish up then, I could do it then. But I do I do prefer to not save them. $13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, wait. Those ones are Sarnier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. I've done all of them except for the Sarnier ones. Does this go somewhere? I know that's the door. What am I saying? So there's the post quest. There's Holly Hornblower. There might be more quests like along here to here, but I'm gonna have to look at them at another time because I'm on the move. Sorry, I accidentally clicked away. I was just trying to move my mouse out of the way. Sometimes I just click my mouse on instinct, even though I don't mean to click on anything. It's very, very silly. I do that with other buttons sometimes. Like, there's a rainbow. Must have rained earlier. One time I saw the coolest rainbow up over the entrance to the scary quarry. I think I have a screenshot of it. It's on my Bayorning. God, that was years ago at this point. That's crazy. Time isn't real. Ah, those are the oats Sally likes. I'll take them off your hands.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I suppose you've done enough for me, although I am going to miss the extra help around the farm here. And old Sally seems to have taken a liking to you, although that could just be because you brought her feed. Here's that copy of the writ I found in my mum's things. Take it over to Keeper Foxtail at the Matham House in Nickel Delving, and make sure you don't let that Adelard Took have it. I don't want it near his collection. I am going to take that right over there because it's going to give me a gift, Matham. And I want that pretty badly. Because it's going to give me 700 reputation with the Matham Society. Which will put me a little bit, almost to like 40% through to acquaintance. And once I get to acquaintance, I can finally do the post quests. Look at Hobbiton up there. It seems so small. And yet, it's not. I know it's not. I suppose I could turn in tasks as well. But I kind of want to save that for when I'm only grinding rep and I don't have any more quests to do, you know? And I also want to save my task items for areas where I don't have other ways to get, or not other ways, but better ways to get their stuff. I have lots of thoughts. I also want to save it for when I can actually have enough bag space for my universal crafting ingredient or universal crafting whatever.
How do you do?
Excellent. So this is it. Let me take a look at it. Yes, interesting, interesting. Wonderful. It is a complete copy of the writ and is in a bit better condition than the one already in the Matham House. Thank you for your efforts. I trust it wasn't too difficult to acquire, was it? Okay. Let me... I gotta put in a dinner order before I can continue. Okay. Where are we going? Back to Hobbiton, methinks.
Hello there.
How much XP do I still need? 1,000? Ugh.
Is there something I can do for you?
What's that? You say Bingo Boffin wants to go on an adventure? Here I thought the Delvingfield Boffins were respectable sorts. You tell young Bingo the only advice I have for hobbits thinking of leaving the Shire is this. Don't. Not that trouble ever came of a journey. Mr. Bilbo was as well-spoken a hobbit as you could hope to meet, but I'm afraid he mixed up with some downright odd folk abroad. Poor fellow. I have no further advice for Mr. Boffin, but I do know that he'll be wanting for foodstuffs on his journey. If you run up to the apple doors on the side of the hill and pick up some of the fallen apples, I dare say his stomach will be satisfied, even if his head will not. Good day to you.
I've no chuck with strangers.
You're new, aren't you? There's work what needs doing, but I can't do it myself. I should be gardening over at Bag End, but Mr. Lotho now, he says he and his ma don't need my services no more. Me, as work the land for Mr. Bilbo and Mr. Frodo. The apples in that their orchard are going to rot there on the ground unless someone gathers them. Why don't you head over and see if any are still good? Those Sackville Bagginses mightn't want common folk like me on their land, but there's naught they can do, eh? The orchard is just up the hill to the northwest. What if we let Trout eat all the apples that we can't take? Oh, cool. I can do both of these at the same time. Sick. I'm glad I grabbed that.
Just a moment.
That Lotho won't be the ruin of Bag End so long as I have something to say about it. Thank you for your help, Everantha. I can say her name however I want. She's mine. I don't know how I want to say it, so get ready to hear it both ways. Where's... You know what? I'm not keeping that. Well, Thank you for lurking, Glor.
Ah, what do you need?
It's always okay to lurk quietly. Good evening.
Is there something I can do for you?
This looks to be a fine batch of apples and should give Mr. Boffin a good start for his journey. I don't mind telling you that when the apples run out, I hope he turns around and heads for home. The wild is no place for a hobbit. I am going to go back to bingo right now because I want to. We are not delivering packages today. I need to get to level 20 and do some of the chicken quests before I can do
Oh, good day.
the oh no. I need to get to acquaintance level for the packages with the Matham house. The chicken quest is for the pies. But I need to get to level 20 before I do that. I wish there was a way that you could send, like, not exactly emojis, but like some kind of, almost like a red receipt on tells and stuff. I think that would be cool. But like a more friendly red receipt. You know?
The gaffer gave you some supplies. How thoughtful. Oh, wait. Apples?
What's that? Oh. Oh my, I cannot stand apples. I am sure those are fine specimens, but I simply cannot abide the wormy things. I will not take even the smallest bite. Bring that basket into the Bird and Baby Inn and leave it by the counter. If you would, leave it by the counter if you would, my friend. Someone will eat those apples, but that someone will absolutely, positively will not be me. You just set up an auto reply that sends K back.
Bingo Boffin? A going away present? What is going on?
You there, who do you think you are leaving those apple heres? Are they for anyone to take? Where did they come from? You were forced to tell Esmeralda that they were a gift for Bingo, but he did not want them. Bingo Boffin, whose birthday was it? And wouldn't his friends know he doesn't like the thing? What's that? They were a gift from old Ham Gamgee? A going away gift? Esmeralda's eyes have gained a conspiratorial shine, and you excuse yourself as politely as you can manage. I've come across 0 scholar items. I gotta get a quest to go to one of those brigand camps soon. Or something, anything. Give me the mats.
Nothing to be done. If Esmeralda knows, the whole Shire will know.
You're back and without apples. Lovely. I'm certain someone will enjoy them. Meanwhile, I brought some supplies from Petunia Greenhand and should have enough food to last for a good while. But why the long face? You tell Bingo that Esmeralda Burrows managed to learn of Bingo's upcoming departure despite the fact that you barely said a word about it. If Esmeralda knows, all of Mickle Delving will know by the morrow, and the rest of the Shire will be buzzing by next week. It can't be helped. The next area in which I must train is physical strength, and I know just how to do it. I will climb a stock tower. Meet me at the base of the tower south of the town of Stock, and we can climb the stock tower together. I could go this way and go to Woodhall and then on to Stock, but I think actually, I think I will do that. And I might stop into one of those brigand spots for just a second. Not to like heavily farm for the deed, but just to perhaps grab some scholar stuff. And also because if I avoid going higher on the hill until tomorrow, the spring festival will be gone. And I will be able to check and see if there are any non-spring quests at the party tree without having to click on every single spring quest. And I think that sounds like a very fine plan. I may or may not stream tomorrow. When I said tomorrow, I just meant the next time I stream. I'm thinking about it since today. Well, I mean, it's okay if some streams are shorter than others. I just had so much less time than I thought I would. And I'm also going out of town, so I probably won't be able to stream on Saturday or Sunday. So maybe I should stream tomorrow. I think it'll depend on a few things. If I do stream tomorrow, it still probably won't be until later in the afternoon. And normally I would use Wednesday to upload my VODs for the week. And I would like to do that. So it'll depend on how long those are taking. Sometimes they take forever, sometimes they take a few minutes. It's a mixed bag a lot of the time. Oh. We have items. Thank you very much. Oh, I don't have enough room to do that. Hold on. I appreciate them either way. Let me just figure out how to use some of them. Oh, I will not sell food. Let me sell those and put the ones that I can't wear yet away. Level 20, level 20. Thank you, thank you. I am gonna keep this bow that was crafted for me by someone, because I think that would be nice. Ooh, this sword is cool. Thank you very much. I'd like... Now, I know you're probably not going to want this, but I would like to send you something in return. And this is helping me out, so please take them. Please take these fried mushrooms. And I've made some Athelas extracts that you may have in return. Thank you very much. I really do like the idea of at some point I would like to start like crafting and giving people stuff. I would very, very much enjoy that. Man, thank goodness I've been cosmetically equipping some stuff because goodness gracious is my outfit friggin' wild right now. 9 level 150s. Yep. I bet you've got multiples of the crafting professions across each of them. Fully optimized, not only with each other, but just probably uniquely optimized on their own. $47's still pretty far in the game. It's farther than I've ever gotten. Oh, I love leveling just by farming and cooking. If it weren't so expensive, I would do it all the time, but sometimes you gotta quest. I feel that. I feel the all caps. Also, Barbudo, there are indeed a lot of quests on every map. Every inch of the game has so many quests. I'm pretending I do not see these brigands. I am pretending they are not there. What did that hobbit want? Tailoring lore. I think I'm gonna unlock that and continue on to Woodhall. And I'll circle back to Mickle Delving with the Bingo Boffin quests and turn that in when I do. One time this guy yoinked me. I got it in my head that all of the starting areas were like safe. So I was just like level 5 or something or lower, and I was like, I just want to go to Bag End and I want to go. There was some reason why I didn't want to go this way. I don't know what it was. But I got absolutely basically one shot. 1 second I was alive and well. The next second it was game over. So there's the postman quest. And here's Rolla Boffin.
Hello there.
Celia sent you my way, did she? Well, what a surprise. She didn't seem too fond of me after I married my Alda, but I suppose time heals all wounds, as they say. So you are looking for a hobbit who hid on one of Longo Burrow's leaf wagons, are you? Garibert Took was the name? Well, it's funny you mentioned that, as I'm missing something myself, and I think they may be related.
Stay and have some tea.
I was expecting one of Longo Burrow's wagons to arrive a while ago, but the fool thing never showed up. I sent a message over to Longo, but he never answered. At the time, I supposed he had never sent the wagon or wasn't worried about it, but now you've got me wondering. There is a clearing north of the Stock Road where wagons occasionally stop. It's due west of Woodhall, right by the well bridge. Maybe there you'll find some sign of Longo's wagon or this Garibert Took you're looking for. I'll have to look further into this matter. I always did think it strange that Longo didn't seem too concerned about his missing wagon. Is that where I just was? Tee-hee. Maybe we'll end up doing the Bergen quests down here after all. Ow! Wow! I just hit my knee so hard on my desk. That's gonna be a bruise, and a bad one. You find loose pipeweed leaves in the bed of the wagon. I hit the top of my knee. Yeah, it was not fun. Luckily, my desk has nice rounded edges, so it could have been worse. Oh. One time I rolled over my toe just the tiniest little bit with the wheel of my chair, and I swear I thought that when I pulled my foot up that my toe was gonna be gone. It hurt so bad. And it wasn't even the full, like I hadn't been sitting in the chair yet. It wasn't even full weight, but it hurt so much.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Very curious. You say that this abandoned wagon had a wheel that was smaller than the others? That sounds like one of Longo's wagons, all right. I warned him that it wasn't safe, but he wouldn't listen to me. Well, I suppose the only way to find out what became of that leaf, perhaps Garibert Took, is to follow the trail of leaf to the south.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
It does sometimes snow here, and it does sometimes get really cold. I'm quite lucky that the cold does not affect me too badly, but sometimes I get mad when it's cold. If I were to guess where that southbound trail of leaf goes, I would say it winds up at old Odo's leaf barn. Odo Burrow was Longo's father, and he was everything Longo isn't, meaning he was a fine, respectable hobbit. When old Odo died, Longo inherited everything, including that farmstead to the south of here. Longo abandoned it, but I wonder if he isn't still using it for something. If you travel south from the well bridge, west of Woodhall, you'll come across the farmstead. If you search the crates and boxes out there, you might find some clue to your missing Took. I have a feeling this might be dangerous. You should bring some friends if you plan on going to that farmhouse. Man, hobbits can be savages. Oh, yeah. I have very, very poor depth perception, and sometimes I will run into doorways, like knock them with my shoulder. And sometimes when it's cold, the little door stop where the doorknob like clicks into place will scrape the side of my arm, and it feels like someone running a knife like through my arm. It's the worst feeling in the world. I should probably rescue this hobbit before I do more crafting, huh?
Oh, gracious me.
Oh, bless that Acelia for sending you to find me, and bless you for finding me. You wouldn't believe all that I've been through, but I'll tell you about that later. For now, we must make our escape. Uh-oh. Oh no. Yeah, it's hard to say because pain does serve a function in the human body. But unfortunately, oh my gosh. Garibert almost bit it. I almost failed this. Oh no, 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 no. So sometimes not being able to feel pain is just as bad as feeling pain. Okay, I guess we're going back to, he's going the wrong way. We're going back to Tuckborough. Oh! Almost dove into the water.
Cannot a body be left alone?
Oh, there you are, my hero. Thank you for saving Garibert. You wouldn't believe how rattled the poor fellow was when he got here. He wolfed down the meal I prepared and had such a fantastic tale to tell.
Don't walk off. I need to speak
You-
with you.
Wouldn't believe Garibert's tale. It seems that hiding aboard Longo's wagon took him much farther than anyone would have expected. You simply must talk to him. The poor fellow is inside my house, just shaking something terrible.
Good day.
Oh, hello again. I'm overjoyed to see you, and really must tell you my tale. That wagon I hit aboard stopped over there on the stock road, and I sneaked off. Some big men came and carried the pipeweed away, so I followed them. Near old Odo's barn, they put the pipeweed on another wagon, and I sneaked onto that one too. What a mistake. That one traveled for days and days until we finally arrived at some horrible tower. I slipped off the wagon before they unloaded it at the gates to the tower, then hid again. Soon, a terrible robed man came. Some of the ruffians called him Sharky. His voice was so frightening. Even the big folk seemed scared of him. He ordered them to return here, so I hid on the wagon once more. The true irony is that once we got back to the Shire, those men spotted me and knocked me up. Quite a tale, isn't it? While those men were scary, I think that robed man is more trouble. I think the Thane should know about this. Would you mind telling him? I'm done with traveling for quite a while. I do know who Sharky is. But, you know, I knew that before I ever knew all the Sharky references here in the beginning, so it's kind of interesting to go back and see.
Just a moment.
That is quite a tale you spin. Big folk in the Shire and a robed fellow with a commanding voice. These are strange days indeed. I think I shall keep an eye on that long old burrow and his friends among the big folk. Likely we could drive them out, but I would like to watch them for a while and perhaps learn more of this Sharky that Garibert saw. Perhaps in the future I will have need of you again, but for now you have my thanks and no other wishes. Let me see here. Nothing's gonna be better than what I have, so what's worth the most? So far it's the club. It's the club. Okay, what if I go back to Mickle Delving for this last bit of XP? And that'll be a nice place to start tomorrow. Or the next day. If need be.
Hello there.
Is there something I can do for you?
This will be just the thing. I'll study this and become the best tailor in all the Shire. You just wait and see. I've been saving up to buy something like this, so I'll give the coins to you instead, and these other things. Oh my god, give me my XP.
Did you need something?
Good luck in your tennis match. And I hope you rest well. Small glass vial. Hi, Retro. Okay, I don't know what to do. I have a silly amount of my XP bonus left. Let me try something. Let me also, before it's too late, throw a snooze on the ads to buy myself a little time. Let me in, please. Don't think about it, just let me in. Sneaky. I got an extra little bit of XP there. I've been saving that. I'm also gonna eat this now. And then I'm going to hitch, before I head out, I'm gonna hitch a stable ride back to Hobbiton. You know what? Now that I think about it, maybe I should go ahead and turn in tasks. I'll turn in some tasks today, and then turn in some more tomorrow, and that'll help build the rep. It'll give me more XP. I could have done it when I still had my VIP boost, but spring's ending too, and it was nice to do that quest after I'd been declining it for days on end. So let's see what I've got. Do I have bent claws? Yes, but I only have 6. What about broken daggers? Plenty. Do I need to read this stuff? I'm not reading this stuff. It's not really a quest. It's just telling you to deliver it. This is my one exception to the reading rule. I'm not reading the tasks. And I'm not going to regret it. Okay, broken sword sheaths. Got plenty of those. I only have 7 dirty ears. Do you need dirty wings? Thanking you. Dirty filth. Do I have any of that? I do. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Need number 5. What about light? I don't have those. Oh, yeah, I do. There we go. 5 tasks. Didn't even have to double any of them up.
Just a moment.
And I can get halfway through this quest.
Hello? Hello? Just a moment. What do you need?
My reputation did not change, but I bet it got a lot closer. I bet it'll change tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. I'm so used to saying tomorrow now. I can indeed cook, but I'm only apprentice proficiency. Is there something you would like, Glor? Because I don't know if I can get it to you soon, but I could get it to you sometime. Oh, yeah, I know about the recipes at the Matham house, but I don't have... Yeah, cooking's one that probably a lot of people have pretty high level. I'm not high enough, mastery. Jesus, it took me so long to think of that word. But let me park myself. Let me pop these out. I'm gonna do them before, but I like to reorganize my tracker each day. So, I'm gonna park myself here for the next stream, whether it's tomorrow or the next day. I think I'm good on strawberries for now, Glor, but I appreciate the offer, and don't be surprised if I do take you up on it eventually. But for now, thank you. So I think I'm gonna raid Maxim, because I keep missing a chance to check in on his streams. Ooh, what if he just went offline as I was saying that? That's been happening to me a lot. Oh, he's streaming until he hits 350. Oh no, Nate, I'm about to head out. But hi. I'm gonna raid another Great Lotra streamer. I just realized that I referred to myself also as a Great Lotra streamer. But his name is Maxim, and he's streaming until he hits 350 followers. And he's having the biggest, like, meteoric sailing through the, like, Twitch achievements and stuff. It's the coolest thing ever. So let's head over there. Give him a follow if you aren't already. Help him hit his goal. And see you all soon.